From Mile-High City of Denver, Colorado, the site for the Warriors. There's a look at Nikola Jokic. He means business all the time and leads his team. Stay prepared for a fight with the Nuggets. Warriors, Nuggets, the tip-off coming right after this. Welcome to this Thursday night. GA. It's all yours.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic has a signature move.
It has been unstoppable. David, thank you. Now, Golden State's starting five. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Cunningham is out there with Paul George. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Smith in at the 4. And for the Nuggets, Jackson is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Ginobili. Then it's Ball. And it's Duran in at the 5. And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points on the ballgame. Pass to George from outside the arc. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
To have a knockdown three-point shooter with George's size and skill gives Coach a lot of options on the offensive end.
Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter. Passes
it to Jordan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Never one to shy away from playing physical. Jordan will give you his all when he's out there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
The first free throw is good. One is no good.
And there's a lot you can say about Golden State's offensive abilities, but their defense is also razor sharp. They know how to control the flow of a game.
Now here's Kuzma. 8 points his last outing. Up and in on the way.
How about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
And some might go as far, Greg, is saying Golden State's defense is underrated.
It is kind of overlooked at times, and their shooting is so exceptional it hides everything else. Look how they can dominate the glass defensively.
Just 4 to shoot. That's a 2 from Cunningham. And the Warriors miss again. For Denver, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. George against Ginobili. Pass to Kuzma. From past the arc. No good on the shot. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Count it, good.
And good seeing Kuzma work on that part of his game. Very confident once he gets close.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Now, here's Cunningham. 9 points last game out. Nobody near George. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 6 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Kuzma outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 6. Warriors trailed by 3. Cunningham kicks to George. Cunningham against Ball. Stolen by Ball. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Ginobili looking around. Kuzma outside. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Jackson. Jacks up a 3. Here's Durham. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Cunningham right side. Feeds it to Smith. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And Jabari Smith, of course, with deep family ties, Greg, to the NBA.
His dad being the OG Jabari. All these guys are in that 6'10", 6'11" range. So great bloodlines.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
For the Nuggets, Marvin Bagley's checked in for Durham. Caldwell Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Ball. Here's Rice. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now, here is George. 7-point differential. Here's Rice. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Trains the three-pointer.
Oh, playmaking isn't a focus for Rice, but this opening just too good to not make it.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. He kicks it to Ginobili. Back to Caldwell Pope. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Attacking the rag to great effect.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Nuggets. Mikal Bridges checked in for the Warriors.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 7. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Suggs passes to Bagley. Inside. And there's Jackson on the assist by Bagley.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Brogdon outside. Bridges outside. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Suggs dishes to Jackson. .158 left in the first. Suggs kicks to Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. The shot that time not on target. The Warriors go the other way with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
And there it is for him.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now, here's Suggs. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And always a smooth athlete, KCP doing a better job of drawing contact.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope for the Nuggets. Howard's checked in for Jackson. Ennis Freedom comes in for Bagley. And it's Fulton for Jalen Suggs. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Warriors trailed by 6. Here's Rice. Playing Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. Brogdon outside. Over Fultz. Here's Rice. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Fultz against Brogdon. Fultz the pass to Freedom. And they pick up 2. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. There's the drive. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And you simply can't give Rice those close looks because he is going to make you pay.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. On the free throw, no good.
And when you think of Rice, his consistency comes to mind, as well as that dead-eye shooting form. Caldwell
Pope outside. From about 19 feet. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets ahead. They're up by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
And the NBA in recent years has gone from measuring players' height in shoes to now, Richard, just in socks. Like, for instance, Draymond Green went from 6'7" to 6'6", although he'll probably argue that with you. Did you get shorter without shoes?
I was one of the rare players that actually rounded lower. I was 6'6" and 3/4 without shoes on, so I would probably be closer to 6'9" with shoes and socks and orthotics. So, you know, look, I was one of the honest ones, so I have no issue with them bringing it back down. So it's fine. I'm glad they're changing it up and we're getting accurate numbers.
We've got ball. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Ennis Freedom. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Golden State. 4-point game. That's tipped. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. And it's Manu Ginobili with the finish.
You can't forget about Ginobili's activity defensively. Does a great job of using his hands to come up with steals.
Now here's George. Boy, that win against the Kings. He's another guy who really showed up to play. Shots good by Rice.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Ball kicks to Ginobili. Now the pass to Howard. Kuzma inside. Warriors trailed by 3.
Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the Warriors pick up 3. Now, Ball. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
And Howard still has more than enough lift here to finish off plays like that.
And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Greg, on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around.
Ball, the pass to Kuzma. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Freedom finds Ginobili. Clock at 6. Pass to Kuzma. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Deep 2 from Ball. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Ginobili.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Duren, he's checked in for Howard. Marvin Bagley comes in for Ennis Freedom. And it's Suggs in for Kyle Kuzma. And both free throws good for Paul George. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Now, here's Suggs. He's coming off a 13-point game against Portland. Good.
And the body control from Suggs, just brushing off tight coverage and keeping the focus on the task at hand.
Here's Rice. Jalen Suggs making his last shot. Rice passes to Isaac. Got a piece of it. Suggs with the steal. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
And you know, Jalen Suggs has had to deal with some huge expectations, but he's got a great attitude and always works hard to live up to them.
The Nuggets have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. Golden State's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Cunningham looking it over. Passes to Rice. The kick out to Cunningham. And the Warriors miss again.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Suggs in the corner. Stolen by George. Launches a 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And on offense, George has looked totally focused. He's clearly committed to having a big game tonight.
And here is Suggs. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Back to ball. It's up a 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. To the paint. The jump hook. The shot by George, no good. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Paul with a wide open look. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's George. They get it back. Isaac passes to Jordan. And another shot. Back to Isaac. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooter.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Jackson, he's checked in for Ball. Then for the Warriors, Jokic has checked in for Jordan. Bridges comes in for George. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Timeout called the Warriors.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
A different look for Denver. Jaren Jackson comes in for Bagley, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Jalen Suggs. The Warriors also with a sub. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Here's Rice. He's got 8. That one goes. Count it.
And look at how Rice is just totally ready for the moment. Just put the ball in his hands, and he's good to go.
Ginobili outside. Caldwell-Pope outside. To the inside. Ball's knocked loose. Bridges with the steal. And here's the fast break. Ogden trying to get open. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors? And that one falls for Rice.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Pass to Duran. Outside for Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Manu Ginobili with the finish.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The pass to Rice. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Nuggets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
Now, here's Caldwell-Pope. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. There's Jackson with the 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Warriors leading by 4. Pass to Rice. Some nice passing by Golden State. Anthony's shot is off. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Denver. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
And that's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Now, here's Bridges. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Rice. Passes it to Bridges. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
Ginobili outside. Three-pointer. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Golden State Warriors. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the driving kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 15 points and 1 steal. Coming off a great game last time out, he's turning it up a notch already here tonight. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, if you compare the assist numbers, you can see who's been the superior team. And they're playing a much better brand of basketball. That bodes well for the rest of the way.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
It's the work they've done in the paint that's impressed me the most. A lot of their points have come from the inside. They need to keep that production in the post coming in the second half.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Paul George is out there with Cade Cunningham. Then it's Smith. Then it's Jordan, and it's Rice in at the 3, the small forward. Ball finds Ginobili. Ball surveying the defense. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Jabari Smith picks one up.
They are just killing him on the interior. And after winning the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball was even better his sophomore campaign. He continues to grow his game.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Golden State. And for LaMelo Ball's second year, Greg, where did you see him improve the most?
I think taking on more of a scoring load. Ball's points per game were significantly up. But LaMelo also improved his three-point and free throw shooting numbers. So rounding out that offensive game will be important.
Here's Ball. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Isaac